next guest is a friend of this show. She's a very funny comedian. You can catch her this season on Mad Men. Please welcome the lovely Cathy Ladman, everybody. Cathy Ladman.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I have a 6-year-old and I'm exhausted. Oh, it is so exhausting having a 6-year-old. And people warned me. They told me, and I said, I know. But there's no way that you know how exhausting it is to have a child until you actually have a child of your own. But I will try to describe to you how exhausting it is to have a 6-year-old. I had to have a colonoscopy recently. And I checked into the hospital. And I laid down on the bed. And my very first thought was, oh, this is so relaxing. I don't know why I haven't done this before. This is just the vacation I needed. You have to do what? Oh, I don't care. As long as you're not 6, you can't hurt me. And my mother raised 3 kids. I don't know how she did it. My mother was one of those people who saved everything. She threw nothing away. Oh, when my parents had to move out of the house where they lived for 51 years, we had to clean out the place. What a mess. I mean, the basement was so full of junk. We actually had to carve a pathway so we could walk through it. It was ridiculous. I swear to you, I would not have been surprised if I'd found a dead body in there. And you know what? My mother would have refused to throw away the dead body. Because you never know when you're going to need a dead body. We would have thrown it away, and the next day she would have said, where's the dead body? I need the dead body. See, I told you not to throw it away. My mother saved everything, and one thing I'm really glad she saved my 4th grade compositions. And you have to save your kids' compositions because kids edit nothing. It's all in there. And what you do is you save your kids' compositions, you put them away, and when they're teenagers and they're really messed up, you give it to them and they read them and they go, oh, that's why. These are authentic. They're actually authentic compositions that I wrote when I was 9 years old. This one is called If I Were My Mother. If I were my mother, I would hit my sister a lot. If I wanted to kiss her, I'd lick her. I have no idea what that means. Maybe I would throw both of my sisters out of the house. Boy, I wish I were my mother. I'd have so much fun. And the teacher writes B-. After reading that, not Cathy, would you like to speak to me privately after class? Would you like me to schedule problems with your parents? Would you like to, nothing, B-. This is amazing. Look at this one. Look how old that is. Looks like the Magna Carta, doesn't it? This amazes me. I wrote this 45 years ago on one side of a sheet of paper, and after I read this, there's nothing more that you need to know about me. That's how concise it is. This is called The Best Day of My Life. One day when we were in Washington, D.C., we went to visit some friends. We were sitting down watching TV when I started to itch. Kind of comes out of nowhere, doesn't it, huh? I guess I had some time constraint. I had to get right to the meat of my story. You know, get to the itching part, get to the itching part. I went over to my mother and said, Mommy, I itch all over. She said it was nothing. She didn't even look. I want you to know, I remember this very clearly. Said, it's nothing. Mommy's having a cocktail with her friends. Leave me alone. She said it was nothing, and I went back to watch TV. A few minutes later, I went back to my mother and said, Ma, it still bothers me. They looked under my shirt. Sure enough, I had the German measles. It's not that I like being sick, but I do have 2 reasons why I liked having the German measles. One, to get it over with. 2, you're served breakfast in bed like a queen. Well, I sure was lucky that day because you have the German measles once, and then that's the end of the German measles. And that was the best day of my life. Thank you very much. You've been great. Thank you.